To me, the most beautiful word, and I've said this for the last couple of weeks, tariff. This country can become rich with the proper use of tariffs.
Imagine a world where you don't have to file income taxes, no IRS, no tax forms, no April 15th stress. Instead, the government runs entirely on tariffs, taxes on imported goods. Sounds simple, right? Well, former President Donald Trump has floated a bold idea: abolishing the IRS and replacing federal income taxes with tariffs. But could this actually work? How would it impact your paycheck, the cost of living, and the US economy? In this video, we're breaking it all down. What the IRS does, what tariffs are, the benefits and risks of this plan, and whether America could really function without income taxes. Buckle up, because this could change everything. First, let's talk about the IRS. Whether you love it or hate it, it plays a crucial role in the US economy. The IRS, or Internal Revenue Service, is the government agency responsible for collecting federal taxes. These include individual income tax, corporate tax, payroll tax, and more. In 2023 alone, the federal government collected over $2 trillion from income taxes. Money that helps fund everything from Social Security and Medicare to the military, education, and infrastructure. To put that in perspective, income taxes make up about 50% of total federal revenue. Corporate taxes and payroll taxes contribute more, but income tax remains the single biggest funding source. So what happens if we eliminate the IRS and stop collecting income taxes altogether? How do we make up for that massive gap? Trump's proposal suggests replacing it with tariffs. Let's break down what that means. A tariff is essentially a tax on imported goods. Every time a foreign product enters the US, whether it's cars from Japan, electronics from China, or clothing from Europe, the government can charge a fee. This fee is usually a percentage of the product's value, and businesses that import these goods must pay it. For example, let's say a company imports a smartphone that costs $500. If there's a 10% tariff, that means the importer has to pay an extra $50 to the US government. The idea behind Trump's proposal is simple. Instead of taking money from your paycheck, the government would get revenue from tariffs. This means no more W-2 forms, no more tax brackets, no more IRS audits. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, hold on. There are big questions about whether this system would actually work. Let's explore the potential benefits and the serious risks involved. Supporters of this plan argue that it could have huge advantages, both for individuals and for the economy as a whole. 1. You keep your full paycheck. Right now, most American workers see a significant portion of their paycheck withheld for federal income taxes. If this system were abolished, you'd take home 100% of your earnings. No more tax deductions eating into your salary. 2. Boosting American manufacturing. A tariff-based system could make foreign goods more expensive, encouraging consumers to buy American-made products instead. This could boost US manufacturing and create more jobs at home. 3. A simpler tax system. No more tax returns, no IRS audits, no confusing deductions. Instead of thousands of pages of tax code, funding the government would be as simple as charging import fees. Sounds like a win-win, right? But there's a major downside. Let's talk about the risks. This plan isn't without its major challenges. Let's start with the biggest one: higher prices for consumers. 1. Everyday goods would get more expensive. Most of the products Americans buy, electronics, clothing, furniture, even food, come from overseas. If we suddenly impose high tariffs on these items, companies won't absorb the cost. They'll pass it on to consumers. That means everyday essentials could become significantly more expensive. For example, if the US imposes a 20% tariff on all imported electronics, that $1,000 laptop could jump to $1,200. Imagine that happening across all imported goods. For lower-income families, this could be devastating. 2. Risk of trade wars. If the US raises tariffs, other countries might retaliate by imposing their own tariffs on American goods. This could make it harder for US companies to sell products internationally, hurting industries like agriculture, automotive, and technology. In fact, we've seen this before. When Trump imposed tariffs on Chinese goods in 2018, China responded by placing tariffs on American products, leading to billions in lost trade revenue. 3. Uncertain government revenue. Here's the biggest problem. Tariffs currently make up only about 3% of the federal budget. To replace $2 trillion in lost income tax revenue, tariffs would have to be raised dramatically. Some estimates suggest tariffs of 100% or higher might be needed, which could wreck the economy. So, could tariffs really replace income taxes? Many economists are skeptical, but let's see what the experts have to say. Many economists warn that relying entirely on tariffs is a risky gamble. Some argue that America would still need other forms of taxation, such as a national sales tax, to make up for lost revenue. Others believe the government would be forced to cut spending drastically, leading to fewer social programs and weakened public services. As of now, Trump's proposal remains just that, a proposal. But with tax reform being a key issue in future elections, discussions about abolishing the IRS and restructuring the tax system are likely to continue. So, what do you think? Would you support abolishing the IRS and replacing income taxes with tariffs? Do you think it would help or hurt the economy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more breakdowns on the biggest economic and political topics.